Chain of prayer. It works. A chain of prayer is when you attend a prayer meeting for a certain number of weeks without interruption in order to see a breakthrough in your life. Whether it is healing, a financial breakthrough, or spiritual deliverance that you need, a chain of prayer is guaranteed to help you develop the faith and determination to overcome. One prayer is not enough. Even Jesus taught us to pray always and never give up. It has worked for thousands of people just like you, and it will also work for you. No matter how big your problem is, a chain of prayer will help you overcome. Before starting a chain, you will need to decide what you want to fight for, and then decide the day or days that you will make your chain. A requirement to making a chain of prayer is that you attend a Sunday service every week. Before you start a chain of prayer, you should get your pastor's advice. He will teach you step by step how to use your faith to overcome your problems. If you are attacked with doubt or confusion, do not hesitate to ask for help. One word of advice can prove to be invaluable, even more than a prayer.
My name is Janet Crosby, and I've been coming since March 2010. I've been coming on Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. service, and every Friday night, 7 p.m. services for a chain of prayer. Before I came here, it was like I was experiencing depression, a lot of depressions and emotional feelings, and I didn't know why I was always depressed and unhappy. And so when I came here, I learned that through the chain of prayer, that it was my emotions that I had to overcome. Well, first of all, I had to learn to trust and believe that God was going to heal me from this depression, and I had to just believe that that was going to happen. So I started believing that I was no longer depressed. I had to believe and trust God for that, and just use my intelligence and not so much my emotions. When I start doing that, using my intelligence and not my emotions, I start getting stronger. I no longer felt depressed, and I felt good about myself, and it was just so different.
My name is Leanne. I come Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Well, I used to be depressed. I used to have addictions. I used to have a lot of doubts, and the changes I saw was obviously from what I was learning. I was learning how to overcome my doubts, how to overcome the things that I thought was normal. And then I started working against that. I started realizing I used to be depressed, crying. I felt ugly inside. I even felt insecure about myself for a long time, my whole childhood till this year, till I turned 24, is when I started to change that. I had been coming to the church for 3-4 years, but I still had those doubts. And since I was like 13, I had these doubts. And it wasn't until this year when I turned 23, 24 that I have actually seen changes, and they're like complete changes. Overcoming my doubts, even after that I received the Holy Spirit. So everything changed.
So my name is Christina Estrada, and we come to church Wednesday through Sunday. So we were doing a chain of prayer when we first came in August, and it was a chain of prayer for my marriage. And my marriage was completely restored, not immediately, because that's, the chain of prayer. You have to continue to come, you have to continue to believe, you have to, continue to pray. So that's what we did, and our marriage has been completely restored. Recently, we had a chain of prayer on Mondays where we were nailing our debt to the cross, and just one Monday I came and I named my salary. I put down exactly what I wanted to, get paid. I wrote it down, I left it on the altar, and that same week I met with the HR department, and it was the exact amount that I had written down. So that was my chain of prayer. It was like 7 Mondays, and it was on that 7th Monday that happened. Well, right now we continue to come on Fridays and continue to make chains of prayer. Right now, my focus is on just getting closer to God.
Chain of prayer. It works.